Hi everyone. So I'm going to be doing a playthrough of the beta release right now of Duelyst. So this is a Kickstarter game. It was funded, and I'm interested in it because one of the famous tabletop designers, Eric Lang, mentioned on his Twitter feed that he has helped with the design, and so I went to look at it, and I've gotten a beta key for it. So I'll now take you through what is in the Duelyst. So it is currently played on browser, and I know that it is already Steam greenlit, so it should be coming up on Steam soon as well. So what you will see, you can load this on the browser right now for us for beta playing, and you can see that there's this is the menu. There are daily quests. There's at least 2 daily quests that you can complete, and then you get gold for them. You can choose to remove one of the daily quests to replace it with something else. So I've already completed my both daily quests in this regard. There's a profile where you'll see how well you've done so far, your number of total wins and stuff like that. There's an armory where you can. This is where I think where the in-game currency comes in. So if you manage to beat other people, complete missions, and you get gold, gold can be used to change for spirit ops, which gives you new cards essentially. You can also pay money to buy new ops as well. So if you pay like $49.99, you get quite a lot of ops, 40 ops, which is every op will give you 5 cards. So that's quite a lot of cards for $49.99. Next, settings and then friends. So I'll just go through the collection first. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different heroes that you can choose from. So when you select the heroes, they'll give you a set of trade cards in a way, belonging to that hero's faction. And there's also a set of neutral. So it's very, if you played Hearthstone before, it's very similar to Hearthstone. It's just that the mechanisms and are slightly different or in a different name. So let me just close this. So each card you'll see that there's a mana cost. So this is the mana cost there is. This is the attack value of this particular creature, Dragon Luck. And this is the health of this Dragon Luck. Now each of them will have some of them will have different abilities. For example, this Dragon Luck has flying. Flying means you can move anywhere on the battlefield. And there are certain other effects. Opening Gambit means that when you play, when you play this card, this ability will be activated. Airdrop means you can put it anywhere on a battlefield. So you can see that when I scroll over whatever power there is, it will automatically have a pop-up to show you what the ability is. So this is very useful. You can see the different creatures there are in a neutral. When you go to crafting, you can also try to make your own cards by spending spirits. So you can disenchant, in a way it's similar to Hearthstone's disenchant. So you can disenchant a particular card that you have, and then you can replace it with, you can try to craft a new item with it. So each of the cards, you see this little gem here. So the gem here will indicate the rarity of the cards. So cards that have no gem means that this is a common card, and you cannot disenchant common cards. So like for example, this Cannon of Mechazor, you can create it for 100 spirit. Alright, so I currently do not have any spirit left because I did not want to waste any of my cards that I've gotten from the spirit balls yet. Okay, so these are the different, each of the different races will also have a hero. So this is the main hero that you're playing, which is you, essentially is you. Right, and you have 2 attack and 25 health. All the heroes currently are the same. The animation is slightly different though, on how they behave, how they attack. So you can see the animation. The art style is a bit like a pixel art. All right, it's probably a bit higher res pixel art. Okay, but the rest of the art style, like the surrounding the cards and stuff like that, are nice high resolution. So let's go into the actual play mode of Duelyst. So when you first get Duelyst, you probably have to go through the training grounds to understand what's happening. So these are the training missions. They'll tell you how to get the knowledge and get how to move your stuff around, how to get power and stuff and things like that. So I'll give there are other stuff after you have finished the first tutorial. Everything after this will be unlocked if you after you play like 10 missions, for example. Then you will unlock the first gate. Then after you have another 10 battles, you unlock the Chronicles gate, and another 10 battles, you unlock the Adeptus gate. What these are puzzle challenges. So if you go into them, it will tell you to defeat a general in one turn, and then it'll give you a certain amount of gold. So a puzzle will be like this. Let me load it up. So you will, after you've done it, you receive gold. Gold again can be used to change for spirit balls that will give you more cards that you can add to your collection. There's also a deck building element which you can do once you have gotten enough cards. So for example, you see this is how a battle would normally look like. This is 9 by 5 grid. Let me go back. 9 by 5 grid, and typically your general will start from here, and your opponent's general will start from here. Or which side you start on is, I think, is randomly determined at the beginning, and there will be other things on the board. I'll show you an actual online battle later. So this is the puzzle. So what happens in most puzzles is they'll arrange certain troops in certain ways for you to try to kill the general. So in this case, this is the enemy opponent. So you're trying to kill this within one move. So this is a preset. So like a puzzle, everything is preset. You're trying to figure out a way to kill the general in one turn. So it's a bit like those chess puzzles you have, like, oh, how do you checkmate your opponent in one turn? So this is what you can do. So I'm going to just fill here. Alright. And then I'll show you the actual online battle. You can see that the art and the animation are really quite well done. You can use it to main menu. Alright, so I'm going to go through the actual play, online play. There are currently 4 different play styles. Right, you can go to training ground, the season ranked ladder. Is a 1v1. You can also earn. There's this gauntlet thing. I have not yet unlocked it, but I will do so at Wednesday. So I'll try this again on Wednesday and see what it is. There's also a sandbox where you can play as both player 1 and player 2. So I think it's for you to test out the constructed decks yourself. So I'll go to the season ranked ladder. So now there are pre-constructed decks. There are starter decks for you to be able to play this game, so you don't need to have a lot of cards to start playing. So I've gotten some cards and I've created one deck that I want to play. Each deck you need to have a minimum of 40 cards to play the game. So right now I think there are quite a few people playing the beta, so it is quite fast. At most you need to wait like 1 minute to find an opponent to play the game. So at the beginning you have 3 cards. You can do mulligan, you can choose any card that you want to keep or discard. So I'll keep these cards for now. Alright, and I'll confirm. So you'll see that I start here and my opponent starts here. Now there's this little balls here. These are like mana, spirit ball. So when you go there, either you touch it or you summon someone onto it, you'll be able to get it for yourself, and this increases your mana by 1. So you can see that right now I have 2 mana, 25 health. My opponent has a hand of 3 out of 6. So maximum you can have 6 cards in front of you at one time, and he has 3 mana. So second player will always get 3 mana, and so on and so forth. So after every turn you always get 1 more mana. So for me right now, you can always move and attack, but if you attack then you cannot move. Alright, so you should try to move first if you want to. I'm trying to reach this mana balls to be able to get more spirits to be able to cast more things at one time. So right now I will not do anything because it doesn't make sense for me. So I'll end the turn. So every time you end the turn, you'll draw 2 new cards, as I've done here. Alright. So now it's the opponent's turn. We'll wait for opponent to decide what he wants to do. You can see the art on the areas of the board is really quite nicely done, right? So what he did is that he moved forward and then he summoned. So there is a summoning range that you have around your general, and this is also determined by if there's any enemies near you and stuff like that, which will block how you can summon. So you can see that this is my movement range. I can move so much. I think every general has the same movement range right now. There's not much difference. So what I can do, for example, I could come to, I have 3 mana. I don't really need bees right now because I have no creatures in my summoning area. So what I could do is I could come here. Alright, there are 3 different types of things you can, cards that you can do. There's minions, there's spells, and there's artifacts. So artifacts will have a durability. So every time you get hit, you will lose 1 durability. Artifacts only have 3. Once they use up all the durabilities, they will be the artifacts will disappear. So what happens now is that you can attack. So when you attack, it is an instantaneous attack. So it's not like if I attack first, I win. There are some creatures that allow you to attack first, but usually what happens is that both you and the target will do damage to each other, like so in this case. So I think that's it. I'll end my turn. Right, and you see that there's a timer as well. So if you take too long, the timer will wind down. Alright, so I've gotten a few more cards now. I have a full hand of 6. When you have a full hand of 6 and you draw new cards, the new cards will be discarded automatically. Right. You can also scroll over the different cards and see different creatures and see what they do as well. Alright, so right now I am here. I have these. Now provoke is kind of interesting. Provoke means that it's like taunt in a way in Hearthstone. I'll make references to Hearthstone because I play that a lot as well. So provoke stops nearby enemies from moving and they must attack this one first. So it's a bit like taunt. So what I could do is I could grab this thing to give me more spirit. So I have 5 now. I could then cast this to make sure that now they must attack this first. I could also cast this here to give myself, to recover health for myself. And then I can, yeah, I think that's it. I'll pass. There's nothing much else to do right now, so I'll pass. I really dislike the ethereal obelisks because they always summon a new dervish every round. Some there's other obelisks that gives summoned dervish +1/+1, which makes sense really hard to kill. Alright. You can see that the effects, the animation effects, is the whole game is currently very juicy. And it's already playable. I don't think there's much issues right now I've encountered in the beta. So it's definitely quite an interesting game to play. Yeah. Alright, so I'm not in a good position right now. I don't have much creatures. Let me see what I could do. Alright, so I could move this here. Yeah, it's not going to get me that. I was going to try to see whether I can summon to get this, but anyway, I can do this here to heal myself again. And I could just do this. I'll give myself 3 attack again. Right, and I'll attack the enemy general again. Alright, and I'll end my turn. I do apologize if this looks a bit pixelated for my phone. I'm not sure why it's not focusing on the screen properly. So I haven't run out of cards yet in my deck, so I'm not sure what that happens. But usually the game will end by that time, so it shouldn't be a problem right now. One thing, since this is a browser right now, you can alternate tab and look at other things, but when you come back, then all the commands suddenly everything will be done in double quick time. So this is a new creature, I've never seen this before. So some creatures have things like Dying Wish. Dying Wish is like when this minion dies, something will happen. So this is quite a pain, the Amara Healer. So when Dying Wish, deal 5 damage to enemy general and restore 5 damage to your general. So I shouldn't kill this. Let me see what I can do. Okay, so this is an artifact, you can see. Artifacts will automatically attach to your general. What happens is that, like I said, there's 3 durability. Whenever it takes damage, it will lose 1 durability. When it's 0, the artifact will be destroyed. So I'm going to cast this now. Because it means that... So things like this where they're automatically attached to general, you don't really need to move it to the general, to cast it onto the general. And each general can only have at most 3 artifacts. So what happens now is I could cast this to draw 3 cards from my deck, which hopefully will give me something else. No, doesn't help. Okay, so this is +1. I will have to cast this. Oh, I could move first. Yeah, I could move here first. Oh, I cannot move because it provokes. Yeah. This is a pain. There are some creatures that allow you to nullify a particular ability, so that's kind of cool. Alright, and that's it. Yeah, that's it. My turn is done. So when your time runs out, it'll automatically end your turn, and your opponent will start his turn now. So this provoke, as you can see, the taunt is quite powerful because it will trigger for all the 8 squares around it, so it's quite an irritating thing. And I think it's a rare card. I have not seen this card yet before. Okay. Music seems to have stopped though, which is interesting. So the reason why I moved my Kaido Assassin behind the opponent, you can see that I have a backstab ability, which gives me more power when I attack from behind. You can see that it has a backstab ability, so I'll get extra 1 damage when I attack from behind. Everything is very clear. There's no question about what this can do, what that can do, because everything is clearly presented. So that's well done on the designer's part. There's also a rush. So just like in Hearthstone, there's some creatures can attack immediately. Here in this game as well, Duelyst, there's also rush creatures. So he's at 10 health. I'm at 12. I could see. Okay, I could do this. Can I move first? Yeah, I could do this and try to get more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this here. Oh, can't. Damn it. Okay, I'm going to cast my Tiger, which has a rush here. It's 2 health. I'm going to give. No, I can't give it yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to force it to attack the general. I think I could possibly win. Oh no, not really. Doesn't have a lot of health anyway. Oops, my bad. So yeah, this sucked. I'm going to end my turn. Yeah, I forgot that that creature only had low health. Yeah, so that's the thing about this game. Where it's different from it's different from Hearthstone because Hearthstone, when you attack the hero does not automatically get attacked on you. But in this game, everything is an instant attack, so defenders will automatically attack you back, and so you need to consider that when you plan your strategies around the game. So whoever won, you will see this the design on top. So whether you win or lose, you always gain experience, and you can like add your new friend, add the opponent to as a friend. And I think every 4 games you'll get a new reward, which is I think like 10 gold. Okay. And sometimes they give you cards, so they tell you like how many cards you have unlocked. The rewards, the cards usually is like in multiples of 3, and I think maximum of a particular card you can add to your deck is 3. So yeah, so that's it. I've lost. Right now there's a season, so I'm trying to reach I guess silver. And yeah, so this is a very quick look at the Duelyst. You can go to www.duelyst.com to take a look at the information. You can also go to the Kickstarter page to find out more about the Duelyst if you're interested in. So yeah, thanks for watching.